All right, let's get right into it. If you've ever had to fight with a messy spreadsheet, and I mean, who hasn't, you are about to meet your new favorite tool. Seriously, we're talking about something that feels a lot less like a spreadsheet function and a lot more like actual magic for cleaning up your data.
We've all been there, right? You get a class roster from a professor or maybe a member list for a club you're running, and you open it up and it's a complete disaster. It is such a universal feeling of frustration. And yeah, this picture says it all, doesn't it? You've got full names all jammed into one column, phone numbers in about 3 different crazy formats, and course info with all this extra junk you don't need. I mean, trying to fix this row by row would take you all afternoon. But what if it didn't have to? And that smarter way is called FlashFill. It's a feature that's built right into your spreadsheet software, and it's designed specifically to solve these kinds of mind-numbing data cleanup problems. It's going to save you a ridiculous amount of time.
Okay, first, just a quick heads up. A lot of people accidentally call this thing FlashField, but the real name is FlashFill. Just wanted to clear that up right at the start so you know exactly what you're looking for in the menus.
So what is this thing, really? Well, at its heart, FlashFill is basically a pattern recognition genius. You just give it 1, maybe 2 examples of what you want the final data to look like, and it looks back at your original messy data, figures out the pattern, and then poof, it applies that same logic to your entire column.
Honestly, this is the perfect way to think about it. It is autocomplete for data cleanup. You know how your phone tries to finish the word you're typing? FlashFill does the exact same thing, but for transforming your data. It's a pretty brilliant analogy.
And using it is unbelievably simple. All you do is type 1 correct example in the column right next to your data. Then you just hit the keyboard shortcut, Control+E. That's pretty much it. Now, you can find a button for it under the Data tab, but trust me, Control+E is the shortcut you're going to want to burn into your memory. All right, enough theory. Let's see this thing in action with one of the most common, most annoying tasks you'll ever have to do: splitting a column of full names into separate first and last names.
So here's our starting point, a totally normal-looking list with a full name column. But right now, trying to sort this list by last name is, well, it's impossible. We've got to break these names apart first.
And this is where the magic happens. To get that first name column, you would literally just type Priya in the first cell, then hit Control-E, and bam. For the last name, you type Nair, hit Control-E again, and it fills in the rest. It just knows. Now, sorting your list by last name is a piece of cake.
Okay, now let's flip that around. See, FlashFill isn't just for splitting data apart. It's amazing at combining it too. Let's say we need to create a standard email address for every single person on our list.
So here's our setup. We've got our separate first and last names, and our goal is to combine them into an email that looks something like first.last@school.edu, right here in this empty email column.
And check this out. You only have to type it once. Type jordan.lee@school.edu in that first row, hit Control+E, and FlashFill instantly sees what you're doing. It knows you're taking the first name, adding a period, adding the last name, and then sticking @school.edu on the end. It applies that logic all the way down. And here's a pro tip. What if your school uses a different pattern, like jlee@school.edu? Just type that as your example, and FlashFill is smart enough to catch on. Okay, let's tackle another classic messy data problem: inconsistent formatting. This happens constantly with phone numbers because people just type them in however they want.
I mean, just look at this mess. We've got a string of numbers with no punctuation, another one with parentheses and a space, and a third with hyphens. For our data to be clean and actually useful, these all need to look the same.
The solution is just beautiful. In the next column, you just type the first number in the exact format you want, like 917-555-0199. Hit that magic Control+E and watch as FlashFill strips out the old punctuation, adds the new hyphens, and standardizes the entire list. This saves so much tedious retyping.
Okay, but here's the deal. As amazing as FlashFill is, it's not a silver bullet. It's not the right tool for every single job, and it's really important to understand its limits so you don't get frustrated later on. So let's break it down. FlashFill is absolutely perfect for those one-time cleanup jobs, especially when your data has a pretty consistent pattern. But it's the wrong tool if your data needs to update automatically if the original source changes. For that, you're going to need to use formulas.
Now, if you only remember one thing from this whole section, please make it this. FlashFill spits out static text, final values. It is not a live dynamic formula. This means if you go back and change someone's name in the original column,
The name you created with FlashFill will not change with it.
So to save yourself some headaches, here are the big mistakes to avoid. Number 1, always scan your results. FlashFill is smart, but sometimes it can be confidently wrong if it picks up a weird pattern. 2, never forget it's not a live formula. And 3, if it's not working right away, try giving it a second or even a third example. That can help it learn more complex patterns.
Oh, and hey, for all you Google Sheets users out there, don't worry, you're not left out. The feature you're looking for is called Smart Fill. It works on the exact same principle. You give it an example, it finds the pattern, and fills in the rest for you.
Okay, you've seen the power, and you know about the pitfalls. Now, the best way to really get a feel for FlashFill is to just try it yourself.
Here is a super simple practice set. Open up a blank spreadsheet, type this data in, and then give yourself a little challenge. Can you use FlashFill to create a first name column, a last name column, and how about an email column using the format first.last@campus.edu? Go ahead, pause right here and actually give it a shot.
Now that you have this incredibly powerful tool in your back pocket, think about it. Think about all those annoying, mind-numbing data cleanup tasks you've had to suffer through in the past. They are now just one example and one keyboard shortcut away from being totally automated. So, my question to you is, what will you fix first?